If I were to ask you what the difference between being alone and being lonely is, what would you say? The dictionary defines being alone as having no one present. It defines loneliness as sad because one has no company. They might sound like synonyms, but they couldn't be more different. Yet, society has blurred the lines. We've been conditioned to believe that being alone equals to being lonely too. Let me ask you this. Do you think we rely too much on our external relationships and friendships while we discount that the strongest relation we can build could be the one with our own selves? While watching your favorite movie with friends is awesome, try watching it on your own sometime and tell me about it. For a long time, though, I bought into that popular belief. Since the age of 9, I've moved between 5 different schools across 2 different countries and their states within. I became intimately acquainted with the fear of losing my old friends and not fitting in with the new cohorts that I met. Moving from India to Australia, Sydney to be precise, meant stepping into a world where the differences were uncountable and the lifestyle completely foreign. It was daunting to start afresh even once, and I had to do it twice within the first 5 months. And then within a year, my family and I moved to Melbourne, a new school all over again in year 6. Amongst other things, I was haunted by the fear of missing out on the inside jokes that I knew I would never truly be a part of. So I turned to an old friend, books. I know it sounds like a cliche, but when the outside world felt completely unpredictable, books became my constant companions. But reading didn't just give me company. It gave me something much greater. It forced me to sit with myself. And in that quiet space, I stumbled upon a profound truth. Being your own friend, enjoying your own company, and building a deep relationship with yourself isn't just a coping mechanism. It is the ultimate key to self-reliance. In a world that tells us to look outside for connection, deciding to turn your attention inward almost feels like a rebellious act. Amidst the bustle of daily life and its stresses, we tend to skip over ourselves. And in the occasional few moments that we find to ourselves, our hands reach for our pockets to pull out what I'm sure you have all guessed, our phones. That precious time we hand over to our thumbs and the reels that are beneath them. The first solution to this issue is universal, takes exactly 10 seconds, and requires no supplies. The next time you find yourself waiting in a line, sitting alone in a cafe, or feeling that sudden wave of social anxiety, do not reach for your phones. I'd like you to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and simply listen to life happening around you. Treat that moment not as an empty space, but as a meeting with yourself. Give yourself the same presence, curiosity, and grace you would give your best friend. The more often you choose this connection, the more you will feel that every moment you spend with yourself will start to feel like a breath of fresh air. So, what's next then? What happens after this foundation has been laid? Well, for me, the answer was journaling, something that became a part of my daily schedule from a very young age. If you haven't tried this, I'd strongly recommend that you do. It started before I even started to see these things through the lens of maturity that I'm only beginning to acquire now. Back then, writing a diary was just a fun hobby for me. Each night, I would sit and write. It started from literally recounting my day from start to finish, to expressing my innermost thoughts about something interesting or out of the ordinary that happened in the day. When I write, I transfer the noisy, chaotic static of my brain onto a blank page where I can look at it clearly. A few might say it is a cliched hobby, but it is a fascinating and therapeutic process that beautifully untangles the knots without the need for an external stimuli. Journaling taught me to stop running from my thoughts and start listening to them. I would like you all to know that we don't need to fear the quiet spells in our lives. I would like you all to know that being alone doesn't mean being lonely. It is the little things that you do, simply left to the presence of your own thoughts and ideas, that can make a big difference to your life. These moments will become the ultimate building blocks of self-reliance and independence. They will teach you resilience and build your confidence. They will teach you how to adapt to new environments until the new environment adjusts with you. So, when the lights come up and you leave this auditorium, I challenge you to fire your inner fears and hire your inner ally. Wake up each day knowing that no matter how tough things become, you're always in excellent company, the company of one. Thank you.